I would want telecom to be in the middle of everything, but the way it is evolving, I think telcos is more and more towards the utilities. You want to buy and forget it. My personal take on that, I don't want it to end up that way. I will still want telcos to be at the center of a lot of capabilities that the customer could interact on a daily basis, not just buy and forget it. But the way it is going right now, we are trying to simplify a lot of interactions, so you don't have to call, you don't have to interact with your telco providers as much as you would do with other type of services. Very similar to what's happening in FTTC. And I think if we continue this path, we'll end up more like utilities where you buy and forget. It's just taken for granted that this quality of service will continue no matter what, and customers focus on services that are built on top of the network that has been provided. I think we are getting there slowly in terms of building capabilities. There's a lot of autonomous, not just autonomous network, but autonomous activities that are planned in every facet of telco, be it customer experience, network operations, planning, engineering, and all facets of telco lifecycle. Right? It is. I would say we are already in the middle of it. While 5Gs and 6Gs can come, but there is already enough on the ground to get to a state where there's not a lot of human interaction that is required for providing a service to the end customer. We are helping build enablers, and I don't always want to say this is one solution that will solve everything. Right? We want to build enablers for specific problems, build verticalized solutions that address specific problems in a specific industry. That there is no one AI solution that can solve it. Everything is based on a context, everything is based on an end customer that would consume the service. So you're building capabilities or enablers that will work for specific use cases, specific problems that would enable end customers consume these services faster, meaner, and for better customer experience. Amount of investment that is required to make some of these use cases happen. Right? It is expensive. For every time there is a new AI use case, the amount of data that needs to be processed, the amount of GPUs, and the cost of electricity to even run that. Right? There's a heavy investment that is required, and I think the entire industry understands that no one person can do all of this by themselves. So there is a lot of partnerships that are being built across product companies, across equipment vendors, across chipset companies, across telecom service providers. I think this is essential component on how we can reimagine telecom service. I think that's the good part that has happened with this AI influx across all facets of industries. There's enough partnerships that is already built, and there is more to come, right? And everyone is investing into what the future could look like. It's not perfect. Not everything is working on day one, but I think everyone is committed to saying this is the way forward. Let us invest together. And I think Infinite is also part of that and saying we will co-invest with our clients, co-invest with our partners to bring that solution or bring that experience to life. End of the day, we are all humans. We are serving an end customer who is going to be a human. While today we want to mimic human experience in our AI solutions, be it chatbots or be any AI feature that we build, but we need to realize that at the end, customer service is human at the end of it. When we build our services, we got to keep that in mind and not try to force an AI experience on every human interaction. We got to be conscious on where we build that. There are definitely use cases where, the human will be more inclined to saying, I don't need to talk to a person per se. I can get this done through some of the system transactions. But then there are going to be, use cases or problem statements where human interaction will be required. So if we can differentiate, the use cases on where human interaction is still required, that would enable a better experience than just trying to impose AI on everything. We will do better. We'll do better as a technology company, we'll do better as an entire industry, and we'll do better as an overall society itself, right? The often we tend to overemphasize on a newer technology, be it when chatbot came in existence and now infusing AI, that this would be the replacement of everything that has happened here. Maybe it's not. But as long as we realize the human element in all of this and build that human experience as part of the overall ecosystem, I think it will succeed.